We turn now to an ABC News investigation, and it involves former Trump campaign advisor Carter Page. And this question: did Russian spies try to recruit him to work for them? Tonight, the evidence here and how he answers when ABC's investigative correspondent Brian Ross tracked him down today.
2 years before this New York businessman, Carter Page, became a foreign policy advisor to candidate Donald Trump, Russian spies tried to recruit him as an intelligence source. FBI documents show they offered Page, identified as male number 1, favors and business opportunities in Russia in exchange for information. He flies to Moscow more often than I do, one Russian spy told another about Page. It's obvious that he wants to earn lots of money. You promise a favor for a favor. The spies, posing as Russian trade officials, said Page provided them with documents on the U.S. economy. Today, Page told ABC News that any documents he passed to the Russians were of little consequence.
Any information I would give is again, immaterial and all public information.
Do you feel like you're working for them as an intelligence source?
Of course
That's what they call you.
It's ridiculous. So.
What's ridiculous about it?
Everything. It's just making something out of nothing. So good to see you.
Russia's interest in Page continued during the campaign. Last July, the little-known businessman was invited to deliver a prestigious speech at a Moscow university where he denounced the Obama administration. But Page has had allegations he served as a go-between for the Kremlin and the Trump campaign or met with senior Russian officials are false.
Completely made up and
never happened.
Absolutely never happened, yeah.
But since that interview, Page has acknowledged he did meet with the Russian ambassador at the Republican convention in Cleveland. White House aides say Page was never a major player in their campaign, and as for the Russian spies that sought to recruit him, they fled the country and are now back in Moscow.
And so Brian Ross joins us now. And Brian, you're learning that during the campaign, American intelligence officials became concerned that Carter Page was advising Donald Trump?
That's right, David. FBI officials were well aware of Russia's past efforts to recruit Page, and when he showed up in Moscow to give that speech last July, it only added to their concerns about the possible Russian connection to the Trump campaign.
All right, Brian Ross, our thanks to you and your team tonight.